is not out to get you. Now, that doesn't mean everyone is also going to be for you. This is where your discernment has to kick in. So, that being said, welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and we're going to talk about criticism. There is a difference between constructive criticism and somebody's personal opinion, and you may think they're similar, but they're not. Constructive criticism is someone informing, suggesting, advising, speaking from a place of experience with the knowledge, the tools, the resources, and the education to help you, to make you better, to uplift you, to pour into you, to have awareness and just bring positivity and to be productive, compared to someone who's talking badly about you, gaslighting you, spreading lies, rumors, and gossiping, and just projecting what they feel because they think they're better than you. So, for example, the videos that I inform and educate to you and anybody watching this or who comes across this channel is constructive criticism, meaning I am speaking, from a place of experience to inform and educate those who, one, allow themselves to resonate with these videos and who are connecting with it. Compared to me saying, if you don't do this, you won't be that, speaking negatively, speaking from my point of views, my beliefs, and saying that that is the only way to look at life. There are multiple ways that you can look at life, but most people sometimes can only look from their experience because that's all they know. So because I also only know what I know, I don't belittle people. I inform and educate people in areas where they may not have the same resources and the same knowledge. Meaning when it comes to having and understanding constructive criticism, you have to be teachable. I'm a very teachable person. It's not about being right. It's not about being a know-it-all, and it's not about knowing more or knowing less. Everybody doesn't go through the same things in life, so everyone does not have the same emotional or even mental or psychological capacity to understand or articulate things the way that they do. Because nobody is the same, this is where your discernment kicks in. Before you get frustrated, before you get overwhelmed, before you are easily offended, ask yourself, who is this person that is projecting or uplifting you? Because there is a difference. Who is this person to you, and why are you so offended? Why are you triggered? Because if somebody is pouring into you and you're triggered, then that means they are challenging you. They want you to grow. They want you to do better. That is constructive, compared to somebody projecting and they're speaking from their experiences and they make you feel less than. They're trying to belittle you. They're trying to one up you or just make you feel small and minute. Who is this person to you? Sometimes people unintentionally put people in certain positions and roles that they're not qualified for or they didn't ask to be in. So like when you're getting to know somebody and you're very outgoing and you're loving and you're not having the same energy with that other person because of whatever reason, sometimes you get offended or you feel like, well, if I was them, I would be doing this, I would be doing that. Or if they did something to you, most people would be like, well, if I was me, I would have never done that to them. But it's like you're not them. So instead of expecting yourself from other people, you have to learn how to accept people for who they are. Once you learn to accept people for who they are, then you can understand, is what they're saying to me valuable, or is this trying to come up against me? Is this trying to make me feel bad? Because not everyone is out to get you, but everyone's not going to be for you. And you have to know, like, okay, is Ty Guidance, your favorite mental health specialist, is she constructively giving me criticism and feedback to uplift me? Does she pour into me? Do I feel motivated? Do I feel positive? Like, how do they make you feel versus if someone's making you feel bad about yourself? And that's the main thing that you should focus on, like the main factor that contributes, whether it's constructive or if it's an opinion. So an example, an opinion is if I were to say everyone is stupid, everyone is dumb if they don't wear the color blue or if they don't listen to Miley Cyrus. Like, everyone does not have to listen to Miley Cyrus. Everyone doesn't have to like the color blue. Instead of saying, I personally like the color blue, I like Miley Cyrus. If you're interested in Miley Cyrus, if you're interested in the color blue, I can explain to you on why I feel the way I do. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions over here. I'm very strong in that. So it's like, when something's not for you, don't force it. I'm big on, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. So it's like these videos. If this is not your cup of tea, because some people may watch these videos and they may not like it, they don't have to, that's fine. But once you establish that something or somebody's not for you, stop focusing on it. If it's for you, of course, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think and continue to watch. But just keep that in mind. And that's the same thing when it comes to judgment. Stop listening to people who you don't look up to. Stop listening to people who don't pour into you. Stop watching people that you don't want to surround yourself with. And a lot of people, the most prideful people, are going to try to project their opinions onto you, because instead of them saying that I'm inspired or I'm admired or just being secure in themselves, they feel the need to bring you down because they put you in a position that you did not ask to be in or was qualified for. And that goes both ways. Instead of being offended when people say certain things to you, just ask yourself, who is this person? Like, where is the connection? Like, do you value what they say? And it's nothing wrong with valuing what other people say. It's nothing wrong with admiring people, because everybody in life can learn from everybody if they choose to. And it's also a choice. That's why you also have to be mindful of what resonates with you and what doesn't. So as you're healing yourself, as you are becoming a better person, as you are pouring into yourself, you are going to be surrounded by the people that you allow yourself to be with. Now, other people are going to try to force themselves into your life. I call these people, places, and things distractions, because when people are not energetically connected to you and they try to force themselves into your life, there's a lot of tension and there's a lot of disconnections. But as you are becoming better, you get to pick and choose what you focus on. You get to pick and choose who's in your life. You get to pick and choose what has access to you. Don't worry about the distractions. Like, people judging you who are not doing the things that you're doing or are in the same position as you and trying to become better should not be your focus and should not get your panties all tied up in a bunch. Like, you should not be clenching your pearls, okay? You don't have to hold your purse really tightly like an old lady. Like, if you are very secure in yourself, and I'm speaking from experience, what other people think of you, their opinions, when it's not positive, should not faze you. Like, when people say stuff that has nothing to do with me, I try my best not to respond, because it's like there's no reaction or energy that needs to be, you know, what is the word? Like, I can't think of the word, but like there doesn't need to be a transaction. What's another word for a transaction? Somebody comment down below. There doesn't need to be a transaction. So like, if you don't like how I look, then don't, you know? Like, all I ask is that once you make that up in your mind, stand on it. If you don't like these videos, don't watch them. You don't have to like them. Like, people, once again, who are not you feel so entitled to your energy and your time, but instead of them focusing on themselves or just admitting that they do like you, because nobody's going to judge you or talk negatively about you if they don't care about you. That is psychotic. And we talk about mental health over here all the time. Like, for people to talk about people they don't like, they have a mental illness. That's a mental illness, and it's not even funny. It's degrading, it's disrespectful, and it's embarrassing, and it stems from low self-esteem. And if you're that person, you do need to work on yourself, because it is degrading. I'm not saying that to make people feel less than. Like, a lot of people aren't used to people being honest. Over here, we are extremely honest, because when you tell the truth, what can anybody do? And when it comes to the truth, a lot of stuff that people do in the dark has to be exposed in the light, because it was done in the dark. That's why it comes to the light. So be mindful of who is saying what to you before you react and respond, and just ask yourself. And this takes practice. I'm speaking from experience. The more you realize who these people are to you and why they feel so entitled to you, you just look at them and you just smile and you just wave, or you, like I said, don't say nothing to them. Don't say nothing to them at all. The best thing is not talking to people who want you to prove yourself because they're not happy, or they feel like, because they just think you're all that. Anybody who says, oh, well, she thinks she's better than everyone else, or he thinks he's better than everyone else, did they say that, or that's how you feel? Oh, she's so cocky, she's so self-centered, all she does is worry about herself. If I only worry about myself, what are you worried about? And that's the same thing with you. Like, who cares? You have to value what you think about yourself more than other people's opinions. And unless it's like people you love and care, and even still, stop allowing the people that are closest to you, your family members, your friends, and people that you were familiar with, to project their negative opinions on you. Just because you are family members, just because you're friends, just because you grew up in the same community, I don't care if you guys went to church or was in Girl Scouts together. If it's not constructive, if they're not making you feel uplifted, if they're not pouring into you, and if they're not leading by example, you don't have to listen to them, and you don't have to go back and forth, and you don't need to be triggered, because those people are comparing yourself to you. And that's another thing, and I'm going to end off the video with that. Most people who have something negative to say about you are comparing themselves to you, because it's like other people cannot judge you without judging themselves. So just keep that in mind, okay? Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. All of our descriptions will be down below in the description box. And if this video resonates with you, make sure you guys are giving this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below, turn on your post notification bell, and subscribe. And if you want a one-on-one session, head to my website at tyguidancesummer.com. Availabilities are available. And if you guys have specific topics that you want me to go over and discuss, let me know if this video is resonating with you or what topic, and check out the playlist where I have over 70 videos, maybe. Who knows? I know over 50 or 60 as of right now. It's August 2024. But I love you guys. You are loved. You're important. And everything and everybody's not for you. So once you realize that certain people who are not you trying to tell you what you're doing in a negative way, like I said, don't be offended. When people care about you and you feel challenged in a positive way, that's a good thing. Like, if I'm triggering you but you feel uplifted, that means you're growing. You need growth. But if they're just triggering you and it's negative and you don't feel like growing, or if it's not genuine, block, unfollow, and mute, and leave those people alone.